Hello, hi. Myself, Dr. P. Shivaranjani, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Application, handling Advanced Java Programming for third BCA student. So today we'll discuss about establishing a JDBC connection in Java programming. So before getting into the class, we'll see what is called as JDBC. So JDBC stands for Java Database Connectivity. JDBC is an API application developed by Sun Microsystems that provides a standard way to access your data using the Java programming language. Using JDBC, an application can access a variety of database and run on any platform with a Java virtual machine, that is nothing but JVM. It is not necessary to write a separate application to access different database system such as Oracle, Sybase, for example. Using JDBC, you can able to write one application that can send SQL statement different database systems. So here the JDBC, this diagram shows how does this JDBC be is an intermediate between your Java application and your backend, that is nothing but your Oracle or SQL or MS Access or SQL Server. So here the JDBC will be an intermediate between your Java application as a front end and backend, and your backend will be your Oracle or SQL Server. It will be an intermediate between your JDBC will be the intermediate between your Java and the databases. The next thing is JDBC API define a set of Java interfaces that encapsulate major database functionality such as running queries, processing results, and determining the configuration information, because JDBC applications are written in Java and can work on any platform. So now we'll see how this JDBC will work it out. So you'll have a JDBC application that is nothing but your Java application. By the help of your JDBC driver, the front end can communicate with the back end, that is nothing but your database. So here the JDBC will establish a connection with the help of data source, and the queries can be sent and update statement to update your data source, and it will produce the results as the process as the results. So the Java application will call JDBC class and interfaces to submit your SQL statement and retrieve the results. The JDBC API is implemented through a JDBC driver. The JDBC driver is a set of class that implements the JDBC interfaces interfaces to process your JDBC calls and return a result sets to the Java applications. The database stores the data retrieved by the application using your JDBC driver. The next is JDBC architecture. So here you'll have a Java application, and the JDBC will be an intermediate between your front end and your back end. So this will be done by the help of your network connection establishment. So that's what the diagram explains about. So in the application, Java code will calls JDBC library. Then the JDBC will loads a driver. The driver talks to the particular database. An application can work with the several databases by using all the corresponding drivers. It will use some kind of components such as idle, can change the database engine without changing any application code. So the next one is your JDBC API. It contains data source object, connection object, statements or pre-statement, callable statement objects, result set objects. So these are some of the API that has been required for your JDBC connections. So to establish a JDBC connection, some of the data source has been required. So the data source will help you to establish a connections by the help of your drive manager. Connecting through your specific data source object is the preferred method. Then a connection object controls the connection to the database. An application can alter the behavior of the connection by invoking a method associated with this object. An application uses the connection object to create statements. So now we'll establish connections, that is your JDBC connections with the Java program. So to establish connections between your front end and back end, you have to follow the some of the steps. The first step is you have to load your driver. First thing you have to do is you have to load your driver or the register before you are using it in your program. So the registration to be done once in your program. So you can register a driver in two ways. The one is by using a class.for name. So here we can load the class driver class file into your memory at runtime. So you no need to use a new or a creation object. So the second one is to load your Oracle driver. You can use class.for name, the name of the Oracle driver, that is oracle.jdbc.driver.oracle driver. So the Oracle driver will make use of a function called as a drive manager registry driver. So this drive manager is a Java inbuilt classes with a static register. Here you can call the constructor of the driver class at compile time. So using this driver manager dot registry driver, you can register the Oracle driver. So here in this particular syntax I have registered the Oracle driver to my program, that is driver manager dot registry driver new Oracle dot JDBC dot driver dot Oracle driver. The second one is creating the connections. After loading the driver, you have to establish the connection. So I have used a keyword called as a connection. Con equal to drive manager dot get connection, that is your URL, username and the password. The username is nothing but the user from which the SQL command prompt can be accessed, and password is nothing but the password from which your SQL command can be accessed. The next is your con. Con is nothing but a reference to the connection interfaces, and URL is the uniform resources. It can be created by using following syntax. Create a string URL equal to within double quotes Oracle colon JDBC colon Oracle dot thin at localhost colon 520 1521.exe. So this is the one which will help you to load your URL. The third one is you have to create a statement. Here we'll make use of your three different types of statement. That is, the first one is your JDBC statement, second one is callable statement, and third one is your prepared statement. So this will help you to define methods. So that will help you to enable you to send some kind of SQL commands and receive the data from your databases. So using your JDBC statement, you can create a SQL commands by using the particular syntax. Statement st equal to con dot create statement. So here con is the reference to the connection interface used in the previous step. So the next one is executing the queries. So you can use there are multiple number of queries. Some of the queries are can be used for inserting your table, or you can create update your table in your database, and you can also retrieve the data from the database. So for this you have to use a method called as execute query method of system interfaces, which is used to execute the queries of retrieving value from the databases. This method will return the object of the result sets that can be used to get all the records of the tables. The next one is execute update with the input parameter SQL query. So this method is the method which will use to execute the queries of updating or inserting command. Here this is the example. How does this query will executed? So here I have defined a variable called as m, and by the particular variable m I am going to execute the particular query called as an update query. If it is equal to 1, then I am going to display a message that insertion is successful. If it is not equal to 1, then you have to display a message that insertion failed. So here the SQL is a SQL query of the string type. So the next one is closing the connection. So once the data have been sent to the specified location, and now it's time, now the task has been come to completion. So by using your close connection command, the object of the statement and the result sets will be closed automatically. So by using a method called as close method, you can close the connections. So this example will shows that how does this close command is work. So now I'm using a key the connection object as con.close. So it means that the connection has been closed. So here this is the program which explain all these steps clearly. So here I import a Java SQL package and Java util package to my JDBC program. Then in main, in a class main, I have invoke a main method. First thing I have done is I have created a connection. So for that I have used URL, username and password. Then second thing is you're entering the you're getting the input from the data. That is, you're entering the username and the password, and that will be stored. That can be done by the help of an object called as a scanner K. So this will help you to get the particular username, and it will be stored in a variable called as a name. The second thing is you are going to enter the class. So that will be stored in a variable called as CLS equal to k.next. The next step is inserting data using your SQL queries. So I'm declared a variable called as SQL of type called as string, data type called as string. I'm going to insert a value into a database called as student1. I'm just inserting the values of name, roll number, and that is the CLS. CLS is nothing but the class. So now I'm establishing the connection. So in the drive manager register drive, I'm creating an oracle.jdbc oracle driver. The next thing is I'm making a reference to the connection interface. So the con equal to drive manager.get connection. I'm just getting the URL and the username and password, and I'm getting the sum of the statement by using your command called as st, or an object called as st. So that will help you to create a statement. Now I'm going to execute the particular statement. If it is equal to 1, then you are insert the value into the database successfully. Otherwise, the insertion has been failed. Now I'm closing the connections. So this all the case thing will be represented inside your try block, and the catch block will throw out some kind of exceptions if there is any error in the connection establishment. So thank you all. Thank you.